Good morning or good afternoon, whichever time it is. If you're watching the show, we are the heart of Jackson County. My name is Lee Keith.
My name is Keith Deese.
And we welcome you in today. The heart of Jackson County is something unique. We believe that we're bringing to the table here when it comes to the social media platforms. And we want to tell you, first and foremost, what we're all about. Keith, if you want to put up the contact information, we can talk about that. That's where you can contact us at. The Heart of Jackson County, we're on YouTube. We're at the Heart of Jackson County. On X, we are at the Heart of JCO. And on Facebook, of course, as many of you out there have already found, we are the Heart of Jackson County. That also is our email address. You can send us emails. You can send us suggestions.
Any kind of information you would like. If it is something that the community or something needs to know about, or you want the community to find out about, we'll be more than welcome. We'll welcome him all that information to put it on. And that's what we're kind of doing now. We're just trying to get information for the community. We want to be a positive influence for the community.
That's right. If you have any suggestions, if you have someone that you would like to have interviewed, if you yourself are a business owner, an entrepreneur, or a faith-based community leader, or someone who has information about nonprofit or charitable events that's going on in this county, please reach out and contact us. You can either send us an email. You can also contact us on Facebook, send us a message. Keith and I are both administrators of the page for the Heart of Jackson County. But let me read this to you real quick so you can kind of get a really pinpointed or zeroed in information about what we're going to be doing here on this platform and what the Heart of Jackson County is going to be providing. So we're going to be an in-depth news and opinion program focusing on community and dedicating ourselves to discussing social, economic, agricultural, and other issues that impact the citizens of Jackson County. There is no Jackson County without you. I'm also a citizen, Keith's a citizen, but all of us together make up Jackson County. I think it would kind of be hard for us all to move out on the same day. U-Haul may run out of trucks, but I
don't know. There's a lot of rental places around
That's true. We'll feature interviews with local business owners. We're going to be interviewing some of our county and our city leaders. We're going to be interviewing community leaders and bringing you highlights to some of the entrepreneurs and some of the new businesses and highlighting some of the new industry and stuff that's coming into this county. We'll be talking about job opportunities. We'll be talking about social and economic issues. And we will definitely be discussing some of the wonderful things that make Jackson County so unique, from the Seminole Lake, or Lake Seminole, the Chattahoochee River, all the way over to Graceville on the west side of our county at Rex Lumber, at the lumber mill, which is doing it 24/7, 365 days a year, putting in the work, building, producing, and keeping Jackson County on the map, and from our partner states in Georgia and Alabama all the way down to our partner counties down in Bay County, Calhoun County, and over towards Gaston County to our east. We want to, Holmes County, Washington County, all those areas next to us. There's a lot of influx of stuff that happened in Jackson County from outside of Jackson County. We may talk about some of that stuff, but we will focus specifically on Jackson County. Keith, you have anything to add?
Yeah, I've said this for years. Jackson County is a hub for Northwest Florida. We absolutely are. We have rail systems. We have 231 coming in from Alabama. We have Highway 2 and other just commerce that comes in from all over the country.
That's correct.
Just right here in Jackson County. So we see a lot of what I consider an outside element coming through Jackson County, but it's the people here that make the community.
That's right.
So we want to focus on that, but I also understand, like you do also, that we all have family. We have our community lines actually go beyond Jackson County. So community to us can actually go beyond the county line, but we are the heart of Jackson County. We want to focus on the county itself. We want to focus on the community that makes up Jackson County.
That's right. And as a matter of fact, we're coming from you from the CSG studios, literally in the heart of Jackson County.
That's correct.
This studio is located right in the heart of Jackson County, and we just want to really stress who we are, which you already know, and what we're going to do. This is not going to be any kind of a political platform or any kind of any type of negativity. There again, there may be things that come up during discussions or interviews that not everybody agrees with, or that everybody may think we could do it better, do it a different way. But when we interview some of our local city, county, and our business leaders and some of our economic development leaders, we're going to get the facts from them, and we're going to give that out to you. We're not going to try to give you our opinion. We're going to let you hear what's going on, how it's going to impact the county, how it can benefit this county, and we're going to let you have that information and do with what you may or what you will do with it. You're free to share anything that we have on our pages, on our X page, on our YouTube page, and on our Facebook page. And we've got a few other platforms coming in the future. And we want to highlight every week, we want to highlight some of our local businesses and entrepreneurs. We have been contacted prior to this broadcast. This is our first broadcast. We have been contacted by numerous people who want to get in on this positive programming for our county. This is something that is specifically unique and that does not exist except right here in this show called The Heart of Jackson County. Keith, you have anything to add?
Yeah, I want to go back and explain to the viewers why we actually decided to start this.
Yes, do
that. Without going into specific detail, we've made several videos in the past, last year, year before.
You think anybody saw those?
One or two people may have viewed those. But we have been contacted by a lot of the viewers and a lot of the people saying that the videos that we were putting out, they were still educational for the community. And so that we decided that we wanted to continue that our videos that we were putting out were positive influences on that.
Right.
We were trying to educate the community. I know a lot of times we talked about current and upcoming laws that were being placed,
and we still plan on doing that.
We absolutely do. And but because we had so much interest in that, we decided that we still want to be a positive influence in the community. So here we are. This is what we are. The heart of Jackson County. We want it to be a positive influence on the community.
That's right, Keith. If you want to, I think we written. Here I go.
Yes,
we wrote down. I say what I say, and if you don't like it, tough. We've written down a few things. That is what we consider and what we've identified as the core of what the Heart of Jackson County is. Not what we're going to represent and put out there to you when it comes to programming or media content, but who and what we stand for and what the Heart of Jackson County, on any platform that you see us on, what you're going to find underlying, undergirding, or being the foundation of everything that we do on this show.
Right. So some of the things that we're going to wind up talking about, and what we do and who supports us, who we support. And, we have a list of that, and I'm going to go through that list real quick. It's faith in God.
Amen.
Faith in God.
That's right. We are in the Bible Belt, and if there's anything that you can find every few miles in Jackson County, and that is going to be a faith-based community or a faith-based meeting place for people to gather and to worship God.
Right. Veterans, absolutely.
Absolutely.
You see a lot of stuff actually in the background, even our cups right here. We support veterans, local law enforcement, not just local law enforcement in general, and any first responders, anybody that's out there doing what they do. That is supporting our community. That is a big factor in Jackson County and any community for that matter. Also, something that's I've always said this for a long time in my career in law enforcement and teaching in certain academies and things. We have to support our elderly. If it wasn't for our elderly, none of us would be here where we're at today.
Right.
Also, we have to support and protect our children. the children are the future of Jackson County,
That's
the future
right.
of the world for that matter.
And we'd like for them to find something that keeps them here instead of wanting to get the heck out of here as fast as
correct.
they can.
That's correct. Any kind of business, we want to focus on local and locally owned businesses and entrepreneurs, but I do want to point out even the more larger businesses,
Right.
they're being run by local people.
Right.
So
That's right.
I'm not discrediting or trying to take away from any of that, but
I can't wait to get the Starbucks people in here to interview them and maybe see if we
Absolutely.
can do some. We are going to have some giveaways
We
and some
are.
contests, and we are going to be providing you, our listeners, a lot of interactive stuff to do with us and with the platform. Go
Yes,
ahead.
absolutely. But like nonprofit organizations, and I've already mentioned like law enforcement, first responders, and veterans. That is our key goal. We want to be positive about all this. We are going to have some trivia. We're going to have some giveaways. We've already got a lot of support. A lot of people that have found out that we're doing this. They're saying, hey, we want to support you. We're not going to go through a list of that yet, but they're here.
Yeah.
They're here.
There's a lot of them.
They want to build up the community. We want the assistance. So we'll put the contact information up there again at the end of this video. But any kind of support, we want to be supported. We want to know that you support what we're doing, and we want the contact and the interactions. But we want a positive.
Yeah, please interact with our platforms, our videos. This video actually is being recorded. This is not live. It's live while we're recording it, but we're going to post this up, and we're going to put up the contact information, and we are going to have very soon, very, very soon, our very first trivia contest on the heart of Jackson County, and it's going to include possibly one of these things behind us, right? It's going to be a fun contest. Don't ask us where we got all this stuff from, because our sources are undisclosed at this time. I know many of you may recognize this right here. Well, where's it at? This camera thing. This
There you
booger
go.
right here. Gosh, how we missed that over on the west side of our county. And some of you may even recognize Old Buddy's Truck Stop in Marianna, Florida. That's an old koozie. And when I say old koozie, you could either put your drink in it or you could put your can in it. And it's 100% styrofoam. We've got a ton of these. We'd love to be able to give these away to you guys. This is going back decades. And I have been able to come in to the possession of a ton of these things. And this is something that's very unique and that does not exist anymore in Jackson County. There's a lot of things that don't exist anymore in Jackson County.
I do want to point out that right there. Where's it at?
Hold on. Where's it at?
That's
Let's go the
it.
other way. That one?
That's it right there. So some of you
1989.
Some of you might recognize that yearbook from the Marianna. You said something about going back decades, and it made me think of my sister. She's actually in that yearbook. So
Yeah. She's in that. We've got a picture of her in that yearbook.
In that yearbook,
and
right
we've
there.
got, this is JUCO, which is the Chipola College here.
There it is.
And then we've got a Marianna Majaflo from Majafalo. From 1956, and I'm sure that and I know for a fact there are many of our residences that still live, business owners, entrepreneurs, and community leaders that are in this book. God, I'm going to knock something over.
Yeah.
And in this book. And there's a lot of very interesting things and pictures, especially in that 1989
Absolutely.
Marianna High School yearbook.
Yep.
We may be doing some trivia off of those 3 books right there. So if you're in those age brackets, then you might have a foothold or a hand up on some of the trivia contests that we do.
We want to have fun. We want to put out a lot of good information.
Yeah, we are definitely going to have fun.
And like I said, if you've seen any of our videos in the past, we joke, but we're real. I mean, we make mistakes. And
Listen, you ain't lying about that. Nobody's perfect.
We want to progress Jackson County in a positive manner.
And listen, we're working on getting our emergency phone line installed. We've put it on Keith's side of the room. So that little Coca-Cola round sign that you see up there, that is not a Coca-Cola sign. That is actually a Coca-Cola
Telephone.
That is going to be our hotline. When it rings, the Coke light will come on. We love a lot of old nostalgia. We
yeah.
do. We love a lot of old nostalgia stuff, and we've got a lot of old nostalgia stuff. We're going to be doing things to support our first responders, our dispatchers, our firefighters, our city and county workers, the people who do things behind the scene that keep it rolling, keep it moving, keep it going, that a lot of you don't see. And many of you out there are in that class of people, in that class of employment that do things behind the scene. So if you have any suggestions on interviews, on interviewees, on topics that you want us to interview on, please let us know. There will be no politics in this. This is not 2024 anymore. That is in the past, and we want to do something different going forward. And this concept was really discussed with Keith and I and one of our community-based faith leaders that really put this out there and had this idea. And we kind of all came together at lunch one day, and this friend of mine said, "Hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing." And I said, "Whoa, wait. That's the same thing. That's the same concept I'm thinking about doing." And we want to do it for our community-based, what's the word? Lifting up our community, right? Because we are in dire economics. We are in dire economic straits right now. Our county, our cities, things are much more expensive. Yes, we look forward to the economy getting better, but things are not that pretty right now when it comes to the economics and the forecast of our county. They're not at all. And so what better way to try to bring in some attention, try to bring in some positivity, than to do something that's based solely on that.
And we already have news about businesses, local businesses, and
yes, we do. Some big changes.
Big changes. We already have a lot of people that are interested in coming and doing interviews, from business owners to community leaders. So,
that's right.
Y'all just got to stay tuned. We're going to put that information out there, and it's for the community.
It is.
You have anything else you want to add?
No, you want to throw our contact information back up there again?
I absolutely will. Let's put that back up there. There again, our email address down there at the bottom, heartofjacksoncounty@gmail.com. And then you see our other platforms, YouTube, X, and Facebook. We're going to be checking those and putting information out there, and any kind of information that you need to send.
I do want to say one thing. Let's go back to that right there. I do want to say one thing. I want to say that the Heart of Jackson County, man, we love our Jackson County. That's for sure. But I want to make this clear, because when you look at our social platforms, you may see a little, what's the word here? Double-sidedness, right? Because there is a contest going on at the Peanut Festival this year, right? And we have got two amazing friends that both have daughters that are competing in Jackson County. I mean, for the Miss Peanut Festival contest, right? So we've got Mr. Vickery and we've got Mr. Rafferty, right?
Yes, that's correct.
That is correct. So we want to say that even though only one can win, we support both equally. Is that possible?
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
That's right. We wish your daughters the best of luck. We are both fathers ourselves, and we know that you're pulling for yours. And Ike, you're pulling for yours. Josh, you're pulling for yours. And we're pulling for both. How about that? If there could be two winners, we're pulling for both of them. But, to say that we have to choose one or the other, it's hard. But we do love our Jackson County and our Jackson County representatives. And Little Miss Jackson County, I hope you knock it out of the park and take home that trophy and just show them all out as to how much better you do. We are pulling for you big time. There's no conflict there.
No.
There's no conflict there with Little Miss Jackson County. Keith, you want to add anything?
I think we've kind of covered everything.
Yeah.
It's just our introductory video. This is what this is. And we have more to come. It's already lining up, more to come, and y'all just have to stay tuned, and we'll get the information out there.
We've got big news coming about some changes
here.
Economic changes, business changes, and business opportunities. And we also want to discuss job opportunities, right?
Yeah.
Things that can help improve your life.
Anything community-based oriented, and I like to reference the radio station that we used to have that I used to listen to all the time. Not saying the one that we currently have is not a great radio station, but the 100.9, the one that I always listen to, and I remember it being Don Moore and Bill Collins years ago. They had the auction block on the radio. I used to love that.
I did too.
I used to love it. So.
Yeah. You know, speaking of that, there is a digital platform that's coming back out that's going to be providing a local Jackson County radio station again. Did you know that?
I was not aware of that.
Well, did you know that?
No, I was not aware of that.
I'm talking to them. They're probably saying the same thing.
Yeah,
no, they don't know that
that
either. But we are going to be reaching out and discussing that with you. It's going to be a lot of local programming, and it's almost like what we're doing here. It's going to be bringing back that hometown, Jackson County focused, Jackson County based, some of the old country music, the gospel hour stuff. That's nothing against the AM station that we have or the FM station. That's not what. But just that old music that we used to have here. It's going to be a digital platform. It's not going to be a broadcast over the air. We're going to be reaching out to them too. So we look forward to introducing you to some of our supporters and sponsors in the near future. We look forward to showing you some of the gifts that we're going to be giving away and some of the contests that we're going to be having. And we're going to have fun.
I'm going to have fun.
I'm going to have fun. And we want you to have fun. Interact with us. Reach out to us. Let us know how we can serve you, because that's what we want this program to be, is to be a service to you in the community.
Let me put that contact information up there one more time. That way you can take a look at it. You can pause the video if you need to.
And if you don't have my number or Keith's number, I don't know, you could be living under a rock, but if you've just come out from under that rock, and you don't need and you don't have our phone numbers, please reach out to us. We'd love to be able to get in contact with you.
Yep.
Okay?
All right.
All right, we're going to sign off from here. We look forward to seeing you in the very near future.
All right, remember, heart of Jackson County.
That's right.